And welcome back, where we left off last time in Shadow Empire, basically at the end of round 214. One thing I've learned since the last episode is that I have enough reconnaissance on the enemies to actually see their, well, the estimates on their military reports. Not sure how accurate this is. So we can see Dassel Reich and we can see Bronburn. So Bronbund is the one we're planning on fighting. And working this out, we can see that they have one ICBM unit. So really, they can only launch one strike at the moment. Per turn. I think they've been exchanging volleys back and forth. And I don't think ICBM units can move. So normally these guys don't have the ability to move on their own. So you have to do strategic movement with them. What I think's been happening is the AI tends to build these in cities, and the cities tend to be targets. So the exchanges back and forth occasionally means that these get caught in the exchange. So right now, Bronburn appears to be the only faction that I know of that has one. Granted, I didn't look at the miners. The miners might have one. Or if they do, they have more than one. Yeah, our ally, the friendly guys they've kicked the bucket. They're not coming back. But yeah, so as far as I can tell, there's one ICBM unit, sadly owned by the people we would be at war with. So that's probably one of the reasons why the strikes haven't been super strong and super frequent. Is simply I think they've been exchanging, right? Exchanging barrages. Like, this is not my strike. In fact, actually, my reconnaissance report just told me where the nuclear weapon is. Yeah, that might be the... If I still know that it's there come the start of the war, that might be where we launch. That would be a good place to do a first strike. Is, surprise, my nuclear weapon strikes your nuclear weapon. But right now the plan is I want to get a full frontage up before I let the diplomatic situation devolve into war. Which mainly means we need a whole line of guys along here. I probably need one more brigade here. One brigade or so here. All of these militia need to be replaced with proper line troops. And then my plan for this war the fight over here, and calls for sort of a pincer move, coming down this road north of Hayden, and cutting across from this side, so that we can take the Amon ruins here, and cut off all these troops and sort of shorten the line that way. But to do that, I probably need like 3 brigades over here that aren't necessarily on line duty, just to form the pincer move to do the cutoff. So that's like 3 brigades for the static units. Probably another brigade over here, another 3 over here for the attacking units. So what, we're up to 3 plus 1, so 7, 8, 9, and however many this is going to be like 6. So I need brigades. I need lots of brigades, which is lots of people. So I gotta do diplomacy, or gotta do lots of recruitment drives to get those population up. Because in practice, as much as I probably would like to do it with robot troops, to not recruit as many people, I need the high-tech parts just for building things, like demetallization plants, and also building more high-tech parts at some point. Probably need to set up another high-tech facility, because we only got the one. And it's not working at full speed because of all the stuff going on in the capital. Alright, can I even find it? It should be here. Or did it get destroyed and I've got it someplace else? There's industry. Yeah, okay, so I think that's my entire source of high-tech parts right now. That one plant. So that's going to be what holds off for robots, is the fact that I need to go around and I basically need to build more high-tech. I need to use my high-tech parts to make high-tech parts. That sort of problem is going on. And I need high-tech parts to build the heavy industry to support the regular troops as well. I might have the metal right now to actually start. Let's start a second high-tech one, because I need to do that at some point. That needs to get done. Construction-wise, before end it, bunkerization, vidcom, yeah, those are fine. Mining overview was fine, but I'll check before I cycle the turn. Yep. Well, I might as well do it in Belrod. Belrod's going to need it shortly for the peripheral mining. Hopefully I did it already, because I don't have one. Okay. Then quick double check. Yeah, I've called the slave trader for the turn. Okay, so I think the turn's ready to cycle, so let's cycle the turn. Let's see if that's banished the frog for a bit. So right now we're at peace with these guys. I think I've improved relations enough that we can postpone them going hot. It wouldn't necessarily be, especially now that we know where their atomic weapon is, it wouldn't necessarily be the end of the world if they did go to war, as long as they didn't launch on the very first turn. Because what we do is we'd strike their atomic weapon, and I think we have enough logistics that we can hold most of the line. But I would like a couple more turns at least to get this bit over here, sort of see off screen. Would like to get some troops over there before the war goes hot. These guys right now are in first place, but they're actually second place in population. They're up in first because of their land. So we start taking land off of them, they'll probably drop down from first. The people who are in first place in population are actually the people who are blackmailing us. Which I suppose means that these guys keep nuking them. That's helping us, right? It's keeping number 2 from taking all the people. Yeah, it's thinking. It's thinking deep thoughts. So I've told the AI I can do extra thinking, so I don't know. Oh, there it goes. I was starting to get a little worried that the AI had get stuck on something. And to be fair, this AI is the more numerically strong of the two AIs. So this guy's got 600,000 infantrymen deployed, which is about 4 times as many as we have. Granted, we have a good portion of ours are still militia as well, so it's 4 times of ours, including our militia. Our militia probably aren't worth deploying actual combat operations at this point. So now we're on the... well, we were shortly on the military one. The military one, I think, is in 4th. They still have some reasonable territory left in their control. They're not doing super hot, but they are still functional. And then the Blackmailer. The Blackmailer's got the most population. They have about 40% of the planet's population right now. They're a lot smaller on land, so they're actually probably the densest of the nations right now. Because they only control 20% of the land. Or around 20% of the land. Okay, so it's presumably generating the events for us right now. $215, 6 decisions. One of which is what to have the model council work on. Okay, so we got, from our last volunteer play, we've got 22,000 more troops worth, so that's about 4 more brigades we'll be able to deploy. That should be able to allow us to finish deploying this line, I think. The next question will be, do we have the logistics to get it deployed? That's a different question.
Order acknowledged.
We'll go.
Now, what is my... Look at the models. Mainly for the light tanks. Yeah, it's probably still a little early to iterate on the light tank. Even though its focus on anti-tank is not necessarily serving us very well against our current targets. What I am going to do, I don't know if it's going to be any good, is I'm going to start development of a brand new design for infantry. These guys are going to stick around on charge Goths and in heavy combat armor. That way, when I do go back to upgrade the heavy battle dress troops, I can keep them in heavy battle dress. We'll see if those guys are better or worse than our existing medium armor or heavy battle or heavy combat armor guys. Not the guys that aren't metal dress. Okay. Yeah, this is 13 credits. Don't want to send in the military force. Don't want to just let them riot. Give them the money. Church and Syndicate, yeah. Democracy, we're fine with democracy. Extending the mine. So I did play the card, so it's fine. Okay, so we can extend the oil well. That's not right now. Well, but just right now. Mines. Any other ones that are about to empty? Hansen's gonna have a metal mine about to empty up. So if we have the card in Hansen, play peripheral mining. Thank you.
Aye, sir.
And here in China Tributary, let's call you up. Pull up the slave trader. Buy more people from the slave trader. I suppose one thing I could do... Zone card? Yeah, Patriotic Collection is a zone card. I might try to play Patriotic Collection a couple times to get more money instead of selling stuff.
Order acknowledged.
Critical failure. We get none. Okay. Apparently, our Interior Council guy is not very good at oratory. I am going to do another volunteer drive here. We're a little bit better at. There we go. Not as many from Hansen, so our recruiting starting to fall down. Granted, that wasn't maybe the best of rolls. Okay, let's see. Can I raise full brigade this far down? Of Grenadiers? Yes. Okay. And that's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So probably actually, if we can, raise a second brigade right there. Okay, we don't have the logistics for another one that far down. Let's see, how close can I get it? On the existing logistics. It's pretty much most of the way there, by the looks of it. Okay, so I can deploy it anywhere except for the existing hex. Okay. Whoops, I deployed laser troops. Instead of... Don't have the logistics to fix that mistake.
Roger that.
Nope. Did have. Well, most of it, at least. Okay, back to using all floors. So that should be enough to cover at least the bottom of the formation down here. I get one here. So what are we looking at? So there, 1, 2, 3, 5. So that's the second one. 1, 2, 5. So probably if we can get it here would be best. This is what I get for trying to use last generation units with the guard's foot combo. Screw up. And then one more up here. Okay. Okay, so with that, we should have enough guys deployed next, or well, basically deployed this turn, to form a proper battle line. I may not have the commanders to properly command that, which will be a different problem. Military 8, civilians 6. So we'll do 2 military recruits, and hopefully that'll be
Order acknowledged.
enough.
Order acknowledged.
And then I need some money, so we'll have to sell some stuff. Oof. Okay, so the price of machine parts has collapsed. That's an interesting predicament. So I'm gonna have to sell high-tech parts, which I don't really want to do. But we're gonna do.
Roger that.
Okay, so that's money sorted, that's troops deployed. The money issue might start to become an issue if we can't figure out how to get the books balanced. It's good to see that the logistics are trying to come back online. Okay, so technically we have enough there to probably form the battle line. We'll have a few spares once these guys come back from exploring over here. And sneak a little bit of the nomad land. Do have a worker shortage, again, still in the capital.
Copy that.
An amount of political power allies might go around trying to lower wages, but no political power means I can't do that. Okay, so time to cycle a turn. Let's also check the box. Scientific exchange. Okay, so foreign affairs, nothing bad as far as situation deteriorating with Bronlund. And they're above 30, so it will hopefully stay peaceful. I'm roughly speaking around about the minimum where I want to be for the next war, as far as the picket deployment. As worst case scenario, the militia will valiantly stand the line until they die. They're forming a line. They're not a good enough line, but they're forming a line. Okay. No, one of those is an AT unit, and that's not super ideal. Yeah, as we got a pretty long border with Braunbund, we do see a lot of their movements if they're moving along the border. And then the militarist is real short. Frequently, basically, well, we get a flash of the former ally, because of how small their country is at this point. Then we have the Black Male Theocrat, which is usually a little bit faster than Brunburn, just because I think their army is about fourth the size of Bronwyn. The Reich has gone for a little bit more quality over quantity versus Dessau Reich. Or the Dessau Reich is the one that's gone quality over quantity. On the other hand, I think they have a lot more vehicles. Vice versa, Bronburn is like 600,000 infantry, and they do actually have vehicles. I've seen poking around their territory with all the spies we've got deployed. I have seen their vehicles, and their tanks are scary. They just don't have many of them. So what'll probably end up happening is they'll just get caught in encirclements and destroyed that way. Okay, we got 8 decisions, 100 reports. Political power is a bit low. Asking me to participate. Just need for more efficiency.
Copy that.
Donation. I might actually say no here because I don't want to spend the money.
Yes, sir.
We are starting to run a little low on money. Probably improve that level 0 middle line here.
Aye, aye, sir.
Okay, I got 5 commanders available. I got 4 appointments, so we'll be fine.
Understood.
These are all grenadiers, so it doesn't matter who goes where.
Yes, sir.
We'll just appoint the best
Roger that.
out of the 2 options.
Roger that.
Okay, we've got another 17,000. I'm not going to do another recruitment drive right away because I'm more worried about the money problem. Oh yeah, the price of machines went up a little bit. Or there's supposed to be other alternatives I can move rare earth metals. So 1,000 rare earth metal instead. Okay, we still need more people. In fact, getting more people is one way to get more tax revenue. Oh, wasn't the button I wanted, was this button. Slave trader.
Acknowledged. Order acknowledged.
Surprised the guys in these encirclements are still there. Presumably not getting supplies at this point. Oh, there's 24,000 there, but they're operating as the quality of 6. Okay, yeah, they're suffering. They just haven't starved yet. The starvation hasn't completely set in yet. Okay, the road network down here is a little bit of a mess. Oh, I've got a slight hole in the line. Okay, one brigade short by the looks of it. I can kind of work with that. That'll be fine. We'll close the gap and we'll just abandon those forward positions for the moment. Oh, we got a full battle line. Brigades. I did say I probably want one more brigade over there. Okay, let's see. Where was I? Okay, so I can summon 3 more brigades. Oh, we're also going to run into political power problems, aren't we? Yes, probably. Yeah, debating shorting the line to free up these motorized. So I can put them in a better forward position. For the upcoming attack. Yeah, let's put the troops behind the river, that'll make sense. And then these motorized can to their forward position. Okay, so basically the plan is, because I'm going to be running on this road, this brigade is going to destroy that unit. The 5 of them probably are enough to destroy one in one swift attack. At which point, the next turn I can run the road, probably seal the road, because I've got the industry to do that. This brigade, little 3rd brigade, is actually going to run down the road and try to get as much of the road as it can before the enemy can get on it. Using their high mobility. Hopefully they'll also have the tanks in position, so the tanks should be able to push even deeper under the same sort of thought process. And I don't have the political power, otherwise I could play some strategy cards. I do have one more brigade, or one more commander, so we could try to deploy more units. Though apparently not down here, because I've used all the logistics down here. Yeah. How bad is logistics down here? It's probably pretty bad. Yeah, coming down that road is not the best of tasks. I think we can sort of maybe deal with that problem. Maybe that's the reason we're not going to deploy more brigades this turn. Alright, let's go say, hey, I want a supply base here. And do I have... I probably don't have the metal. Just throw in a sealed. Oh, that's the sealed railroad I have selected. Whoops. Rail. No, I probably don't have the metal to do this rail. Oh, probably do. Run a rail connection all the way down here. And set up a railhead and a truck station.
Copy that.
Okay, what is the state of our construction? Probably don't want to add any more construction. Ah! Finished a soil demineralization plant. That's good to see. No progress on those. Okay, maybe that's not great. Yeah, the new ruins is having issues. Finished that soil demineralization plant. Made full pace on the high-tech industry. Oh, I see. This is the ones that have no progress are the ones that we just queued up. And they're in Ergstone for some reason. Let's actually shift this command over. Zone borders over to one that's actually much closer. There we go. So now it's showing as in Belrod. Yes, okay. And those make much more sense for Belrod to command or to control, because Belrod. Okay, Belrod's also having worker problems apparently. Because they're leaving to seek their happiness elsewhere. Yeah, we're having problems trying to keep everyone happy. Oh, and I got more colonists. We're already having worker problems in Belrod, and I need it for logistics. Let's throw them at Belrod this time.
Sir, yes, sir.
Hopefully they'll recruit more from the population to... Yeah, okay. To sim the decline. And that's basically where we're going to leave the turn. Actually, let's see, can we get a patriotic collection?
Order acknowledged.
No. And then let's cycle a turn. This is the... Let me clear my throat. This is the end turn where I'm going to do the part break in for YouTube. So when this end turn ends, I'm going to take a short break after letting YouTube go. I suspect this end turn, again, is still going to be pretty boring, because we have pretty high relations with Bronwyn. Well, I say pretty high relations. We're still, like, points away from being at war with them. But high relations for a person we're normally hostile with. Okay, I think the AI is now going, yeah, so more initialization. So this is partially, with such a large planet, maybe giving the AI more time to think was a bad idea. But I pushed the give the AI more time to think button, so they do their thinking. And yeah, Bronbund has a large army. From earlier reports, we know they have like 600,000 troops. Well, 600,000 infantry, and that's not including guns and tanks and stuff. Looks like my spies are starting to found. I haven't been deploying more because we've been trying to volunteer drive and patriotic collection up more men and money. I suppose one thing I could try, it's going to give me more bad events, is I probably need to try putting the income tax up again to 20%. On Dissolution. We're not seeing as much motion on Dissolution for no reason than our borders with them are shorter. And our borders technically aren't, like, I don't think any of the main supply lines for an army for Dissolution actually run along the borders, so it's just the, like, the AI's equivalent to the picket forces out on those borders. Which, because we've got no one there, they basically have no one there, so we don't see very much movement. As I said, this is roughly where I'm going to leave you. Again, we're not at war with any major factions, so no combat losses, but we're not also doing any killing. We've only got 3 reports this turn, or 3 decisions this turn. The reports stay the same. So I hope you've been enjoying it. If you have, there will probably be another part up tomorrow if you're watching on YouTube. If you're watching this on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be right back. Catch you all in the next part. Until then, I hope you have a good time. Bye for now.